What's up, guys? Coach David here, and today I can welcome you all to another episode of the Beyond the Athlete podcast. I'm your host, and today we have, I think this is like the second time that we've had another coach on the podcast. Obviously, the first coach, unfortunately, was Coach Maitland.
I got beaten too.
NBA trainer, but today we have someone that I've kind of like been speaking to, and I've known her for a while. Quite a few people have been eager to get him on the podcast, but I think it was only right for us to kind of meet first a few times, build a relationship, and I think the conversation is going to go amazingly well. Obviously, George on Sports was on here, George Egator. He mentioned yourself as well.
Shout out
George. Friend Noah as well, mentioned you as well. But today we have the coach, founder and director of Excel Performance, also NFL trainer, I would say. Also works within the football space, but today we're actually going to still touching on the sports side, but we also want to get to know him as a person as well. So today we have Coach Kojo.
That's it, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for having me, guys.
No
it's
worries,
a lovely
man.
intro. I didn't pay him to say all of that.
No, it's cool. You don't have to pay me. You don't have to pay me.
But thanks for having me on, man.
I always like to make my intros very like iconic, basically.
That.
Yeah. So that's, I don't work on it as well. It's off the cuff as well.
I hear it. Talent is good. It's good. Real good.
But yeah, so basically I like to start the podcast with history. For me, history always kind of like shows how a person became what they are, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
So for me, my first question would be around sort of like your upbringing, family life, etc.
Yeah.
Like to kind of see how that's kind of like shaped who you are today.
Yeah.
So what's your upbringing like? What's your relationship with your family like, etc.?
Yeah, man. I grew up in a small place in northwest London called Colindale.
Okay.
Two amazing parents that worked their butt off every day. So I just grew up around grafters. I have 3 other siblings, so there's 4 of us.
Yeah.
They're all excelling in their different fields, whether that be, finance, media, marketing and all that kind of stuff as well. So I think being the youngest of 4, luckily for me, I had, 5 people to show me the way. Do you know what I mean? Not just my siblings, but my folks too. So with me, like, it's just graft, and then enjoy the fruits of your labor as well. So I take little things off each person in my family for sure. So I think that what you see is each member of my family.
Amazing. And where did kind of sports come into play?
I've always been a sporty kid, man. From young, my brother played American football. Okay. He's the main reason why I played. So he played up in Nottingham for uni. Okay. And then he played for the London Warriors.
Amazing.
And he won MVP in the championship game. So I remember being like, I'm 8, 9 years old watching that, and it was just like this wow moment. I was like, that's what I want to do. And then naturally, you have competition with your brother. I had to be better than him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's a great player, and that really sparked my love for American football. Okay. Yeah, man.
Where did you take the sport to? Basically, obviously, age of 9, 8, you kind of fell in love with the sport. Yeah. What was that journey like from then? Did you kind of pursue it in a different way? Did you try and even like make it to like college or anything like that?
So I started off playing grassroots like soccer. Okay. Like with my local team. And then after that it was good, but I didn't really see myself going anywhere. So obviously picked up the American football, properly started playing by age 11. Played for London Blitz up in North London. Okay. And then from then it was just, I found my feet really quickly. I found out it was good, which was really helpful. And then from 11 to 14 I played in the UK. And then my brother, who I mentioned earlier, would come down and record all the games. So I'd send out my film every week to about 50 schools in America. And luckily got one call back, which was great, from a former NFL player who was a head coach at a program. He said he liked what he saw. And then 5-6 months later, I was on a plane to USA.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's how the story began, man.
Amazing.
And then from there in the US, it was high school, 14 to 18, 17, however long it was.
17,
about 4 years out there, which was great. And then I got a scholarship to go play college ball in Florida, which was great. Went there, played for a bit, got hurt, kind of fell out of love with the playing process. Came back, and then it was just like, it was back to square one. Like, what do I do? But obviously taking the knowledge that I got out over there, the constant graft of how we all know how Americans do sports. They're always top of the leaderboard in Olympics and the American football and basketball, and they're just animals. So taking that here into a growing sport like American football was at the top of my mind.
Amazing. I know, like in the UK, American football is obviously we saw like last year already, when the Jaguars played the 49ers. Is that correct?
Jags played the Rams. Played the LA Rams
in Wembley.
At Wembley Stadium.
Was it the Rams?
Yeah, LA Rams.
Oh yeah, it was the Rams actually. Sorry. But you can see like Wembley was packed. Myself and George, who's off camera, we were there. That place was packed, and you're thinking like, damn, like this is London, you know. This is UK. Like it's almost like you're watching the FA Cup final. But it's like, what's the growth been like with American football, like in the UK over the years? Because obviously I come from a basketball background. Basketball is my first sport, and that's constantly still growing.
Yeah, of course.
We've had events where, like, shockingly, we're playing against a US Army team. We've just created like a select team for Basketball Nation, and we've had the place packed with 500 people.
Nice.
Amazing, you see what London Lions are doing now with their team as well. Being in the Euro Cup, etc. So it's like those two sports, the American sports, are growing.
They are.
But then how do you think that growth has happened within the American football space, and is there still more room for improvement as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think one thing I'd say is visibility. I think the game is getting a lot bigger because there's more eyes on it. We're seeing the modern age, the streamers and the YouTubers, they're tapping into the American football scene, and the kids are loving that. So that, from a younger standpoint, that's how you delve into the game. You start from the grassroots, but then you have your loyal fans. NFL Europe was a thing in the 80s, I think 90s as well. So those diehard loyal fans are like, it's our time now. Like the NFL here every year, 3 games, 4 games, international. So it's great to see people, like I'd say the generation below me, like the teenagers of now, they're getting into the game because it's fun. It's a different sport. And I think it's another sport that's super inclusive. American football, you can see someone who's 5'5" excel. You can see someone who's 6'5" excel. You can see someone who's big, someone who's small. I think basketball, in a sense, is you don't see many 5'5" basketball players or 5'6". It's just it just happens, right? So I think having such an inclusive sport and the variation of flag as well. You don't have to put a helmet and shoulder pads on. So yeah, from the playground to Wembley, man. So it'll grow. Yeah,
talking about flag football, that's something that we're also trying to get into as well. I think it's going to be such a big sport in the Olympics coming up. And also as well, there's been a few guys from our program that have actually come to your sessions as well,
it, man.
which is great. So it's glad that there's that synergy has already happened even before we met.
100%. Building that bridge, man.
Exactly.
This is it.
Exactly. So my next question was pretty much around yourself. Obviously I did my little bit of my research. I saw that you've kind of taken those transferable skills from being an American football player and also applied that not just to American football in terms of training, but to other sports as well. But correct me if I'm wrong, because maybe the research maybe gave me wrong information.
Go on.
But I know that you've trained people like Michael Elise. And a few maybe NFL players as well. What was that transition like for you? Because coming from being a player, because I know how that feels. Like
taking off the boots and putting on the trainers to teach someone.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And then when they're younger than you, like, man, like
that's what I'm saying. Exactly. It's like I always look at Andy Murray when he was training. Is it what's this guy's name now? Is it not Federer? Djokovic. I think he was training Djokovic at one point as a trainer. But this is someone that I used to compete with. What's that feeling like? Because I also want to show the young guys and girls that, okay, cool, we may not, it's not always successful that you make that transition to become an athlete, a player, but there's other pathways as well. After, if you don't become a player as well, that you can still actually do, but for them to understand what that feeling is going to be like when they make that transition and how to overcome it. So
I think being able and being happy, you have to be happy with the decision you make. So when I put down the cleats, I had to tell myself, are you done with playing? I think when I put them down, it was like, I'm done. I'm at peace with this. And then putting on my training gear, I felt right back at home, which was great. Especially because of, we started in 2019. So the state of American football isn't as big as it was now. But also you talk about, training people like Elise and NFL players. I want to shout out my amazing team as well. My brother Nuno, he is our strength and conditioning coach, and he reached out to me in 2020. We kind of met. It was so organic. Like we met in Colindale, and just the training part of it, we just bounced off each other. You know, he was training at Lycée, and then we'd have NFL players reach out to us as well. And maybe you have to lean on people's strengths. Nuno's a great strength and conditioning coach. I'm a great on the field coach with a little bit of strength and conditioning on the side as well. But it's just being able to lean on people and trust your team to get the stuff done. So I think a lot of that training NFL players out in Paris, which is an amazing thing. I mean, we can get onto that later, but training those guys, it's just teamwork.
Amazing.
So shout out Nuno.
Amazing. So Excel Performance, how did that come about in terms of like, how did you start that? What was the inspiration behind starting that? And the reason why I asked that as well, because I left basketball for a while and went into fashion. Okay. So first of all, I started doing bespoke suits. Okay. And then I went into styling and then personal shopping a lot more. So styling and personal shopping was kind of like my niche. So working with like stylists in America, working with a lot of artists and stuff like that, magazines. But then my love for basketball came back when I met a young 17-year-old basketball player who wanted to kind of challenge the older lot. Okay. Yeah.
That's it, have that dog in him.
Exactly.
That dog in him. Yeah.
So he was talking that talk. So we said, okay, cool, we'll book a court. And then from there, we realized that, like one of the things that it reminded me, one of the things that I went through was actually playing indoors was kind of like difficult for, especially in the UK. Not even difficult per se, but imagine you're a 16, 17-year-old, even 18-year-old from low socioeconomic background, and you're asked to pay £10 to play indoors, and it's only a 2-hour session. Yeah. You're going to play for like 20 minutes because all the other lot are not going to let you on. Yeah. And that happened to me quite a lot. So I said, no, that's not going to happen. So since then, we've been I think for that year, 2022, every week we booked a court for 3 hours for guys to play indoors for free.
For an hour
and
off. Well,
for 3 hours.
For 3 hours, yeah. Nah,
and that's not even enough, you know. 3 hours is not enough. Nah, you still need to give them more hours because these guys love to play indoors. Hungry, and then from there, we kind of like just scaled it up and started doing a bit more around that as well. So that's where Basketball Nation and the rest of what we do kind of grew.
You're doing great work.
Yeah.
Man. Great
so work. How did Excel Performance kind of come about? What was the inspiration around it?
Yeah, I think it was one day in 2019, me and my brother, we went to watch a London Blitz game, and we were looking at the quality, and we were like, we can make this so much better. I think I was seeing things that I was doing 7-8 years before, and it's like, dude, we need to see some progression. We need to see a change in coaching standards and whatnot. So put our heads together, man. We were training kids for like £3. Do you know what I'm saying? Like £3 a session for an hour and a half.
That's mad.
You know what I mean? Like we
train. You still have a family to feed.
This is what I'm saying, right? I got to put petrol on my car. I got to do all of this. Like, man, I train 10 kids. I wouldn't even make more than £35. Damn. Do you know what I mean? So, I think it's been a very steady incline, which is great. And then, of course, 2020 happened, and then everything shut down. And then after that, it was we'd have to jump fences and throw the ball in any park we can find. Yeah. And do you know what? And I think 2020 was a key pivotal moment for us because everyone was indoors, but we were outside. We were playing football in a safe. You don't have to be super close playing American football. But you know, people on their phones, they were seeing what we were doing, and we definitely saw our popularity increase through 2020 and 2021. So yeah, man, we're just steady growing. Now we are operating everywhere, man. So it's just a blessing to see how things have grown throughout the years. So just from watching that session to, you know, coaching kids on a weekend, schools, events, flying overseas for trips, like these are things that I always knew were gonna happen. People say, "Oh, I never thought this could happen." Yeah. We knew this was gonna happen.
But you found a way. You found a way to like really get things done as 100%. Well. Because some people would have decided not to like do anything or kind of like giving up basically. Like some people will make excuse, "Oh yeah, COVID, like I can't be outside. Like I don't want to do this." But there's a guy that I speak to. You might actually know him as well. His name is Manuel. He runs a platform called Top Baller.
I think
the 1v1. Yes, so Destroying was on it recently as well. But he I remember he now has like, I think they've got like a lifetime partnership or partnership with goals. But he told me that his story, like they used to jump over the fence to get into goals.
Standard. It's too expensive, man, for these pitches, man. Yeah. It's too expensive. So you got to do what you got to do to make happen. I think like grafting and
I'm telling you.
And being what's the word? Not opportunistic. It's using your initiative.
Yeah.
Like, got to make it happen. No one's there.
Honestly.
Let's get a pitch. Everyone's running. So 2020. Yeah.
I was saying to the young guys that were here recently, I was like, when we started, obviously we have our community, everyone kind of was chipping in, but then there was times when there was no money that I had to sell my trainers, sell some of my clothes, go to people's houses that I'll say, if you're getting rid of clothes, let me know, I'll come pick up, or any items, I'll take cardboard sales, raise like £200-300 and then use that to book the court. And imagine that's Saturday, that Friday, you've made that money, then you have to book it before a certain time for the Saturday, and you have your session and you have to do that the next week again. But you have to make it happen. And the reason why we're still here today doing even bigger stuff than, when I say bigger stuff, I think I'm saying more like going more global is because we had to do those things at the foundation then as well.
100%.
So what obviously we mentioned jumping over the fence and all that kind of stuff. What other obstacles and barriers did you face building your platform that you have today as well?
I think monetizing it as well. I think early on it was a lot of stereotypically, or what you see sometimes, or what we grow up on, they say a lot of the athletes come from a certain type of background, and you never want to take an opportunity away from someone because of a financial reason. I think gauging that was pretty tough because, like, at the end of the day, I need to book a pitch, I need to eat, I need to put petrol on my car, I need to do all these things. Like, so I think monetizing it was really difficult. Like we mentioned the £3 sessions earlier. I think that steady incline over time, you just need to sit down and have a game plan. So that was one obstacle. Obviously, COVID was another obstacle, and just running a business not by yourself, but trying to put many different hats on and maintain the lifestyle balance as well. I think that's one thing I struggle with today, and I have an amazing support system around me that understand that sometimes I'm gonna have to disappear and just make stuff happen. But yeah, I think, working a lot to have your business in the best place possible and monetizing. Monetizing is difficult anyway, you do it, especially such a niche sport. It's either we're going to go this way or no one's going to know about us. So I choose that part every time.
Yeah. No, that's dope. That's dope. So what came out? So my next question now is also what came out of that. And my questions are very specific. The reason why I ask those questions is because there are guys out there where you met some of them today, some of the young guys that maybe in a certain sports, they want to build a platform for the younger generation. And these guys that are saying younger generation are like 21, 20.
Yeah. No,
but they see that there's no one there that's leading them as well. So that's actually going to be two questions. So what did that transition into overcoming those barriers, those obstacles? That's question one. And how important is leadership in space of sports as well?
I think having role models and people that look like and are from places you grew up is super important. Like, I think if I saw someone who was from a town or somewhere that I had no connection with, I can't really aspire to be something. But a lot of the kids I coached when they were coming up, they're in great places now. We have some kids in America, on scholarship. We have some kids in the NFL academy. We have some kids that never thought this sport would change their life. And being someone who was a dreamer, like when I was young, I was in the same boots. So I think that's helped me a lot. And now, what's the second part of the question?
In terms of like, what was that transition from those barriers and obstacles that you faced? What did that turn into?
Yeah, it's just turned into a business, man. It's turned into a business, growing each and every day. I think I always said to my players that, because I don't know about you, but when the NFL player or the NBA player goes back to his hometown and his high school coach is still teaching maths every day, I looked at that and I was like, I never want that to be me.
Yeah, no.
Do you know what I mean? With all due respect, right? Yeah. Like, I want to be right alongside you. You in the NBA, man, I'm with you too.
Yeah.
We're going to the same event together. Do you know what I mean? So I think, yes, I love inspiring the next generation. I'll say this candidly. I mean, everyone knows what I love, and that's the core of who I am. But also, I want to reach heights myself,
100%,
my team to reach heights that they never thought was possible. We all know what kind of lifestyle we want to live, and that's, you know, helping the ones around us. Right. Because there's ways to get it done. Do you know what I mean? And if I have to be the head of it, I'll take that responsibility. Chest up, man. So yeah.
Do you think, obviously you have an African background as well, do you think that if that also plays a big part in terms of like your perspective, like your work ethic, like who you are as well?
100%. I was listening to a song the other day by a rapper called DC, and he was like, what I receive is what I have to return. It's the circle of life, yeah. And I felt that, because when I look back to how my brothers poured into me, my sister, my mum, my dad, like, I owe them. Do you know what I mean? In a sense where, and my girlfriend and my friends, people that supported me, my goal is to make sure that we are all in a place where we're happy. Do you know what I mean? And I love to work as well. I think that's another thing. You have to really love this stuff. I love the emails. I love the calls. I love sometimes the no's. All right, tell me no. I'm gonna show you. Listen. We're gonna link up. We're gonna link up in a few years, and you're gonna be the one who missed out. So, yeah, man. I think having an African background, you look after your peoples, but you look after, and I think something I'd add in a more modern sense, you gotta look after yourself as well. I don't want to be someone that pours into everyone else but myself.
Yourself,
I think I learned very recently, not early on, that I have to pour into myself, otherwise the ship sinks, man. So.
Yeah, my mentor did say to me that a man that can't govern himself can't govern the world.
This is it.
So if you can't really govern yourself and grow yourself, then you can't do that for anyone else, basically. 100%. And then you also mentioned something about what was it? I'll move on. Maybe that'll come back to me. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was quite interesting anyway. But I'll come back to it. But I think my next question would be around sort of like Excel performance again.
Yeah.
Because I know that you work with a lot of young people as well. I remember my question now. My question was, you have a lot of these young people that go to the NFL academy or high school.
Yeah.
Some of them, I don't know if you've had any of them that have not made it per se further than that and have had to come back. Because even in basketball, other sports, a lot of those guys tend to come back. Maybe financial issues, maybe they're not performing well, maybe injuries as well. How do you now deal with that?
That's a difficult one, and it's something that's very true to the business and the scene, right? I think I hate the word clients and thing. Like, these players I have are my brothers, my little brothers. Do you know what I mean? My little sisters. Like, I want to make sure that they're in the best position as possible, and I think being open and honest is super important. Not everyone's gonna make it, unfortunately, right? So there's got to be ways in which I can, or you can, put yourself in a position to win. All right, maybe we didn't make it to the academy. All right, is there anywhere else where I can play, learn my skills, and then maybe I can come back and circle back there? Can I lean with you in a coaching aspect? Can I, be alongside yourself? So I think putting them in a position to win in other ways outside the field is something that I take personally. Like, all my kids, they got my number. Like, they can hit me up whenever. So
that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah, and just wanted to ask as well. So obviously, with the American football space, NFL, Excel performance, I know this year is going to be quite a big year, going into, especially when it comes to flag football, going into Olympics in a few years' time.
Yeah, of course.
This year might even be bigger with terms of the NFL space as well. What have you got planned? What we need to look out for? I know you can't share a lot, but we'll still bump into each other some way, somehow.
100%,
anyway.
100%. I think one thing I'd say is definitely stay tuned and watch this space, because I think this is the year that, it's just gonna go. But definitely more ways to have exposure to the game, leaning on figures within society to promote the game alongside us. Because at the end of the day, I envision a world where a little boy or a little girl, they can go in the playground with their friends and everyone's playing American football. You're not playing football. You're not playing dodgeball. You're like, you know what? I want to pick up that American football. And I think when it's all said and done, if I had a small part, big part to play in that, I'll be content.
Okay. Amazing. Well, I'll share ours as well. One of the biggest things this year was to really kind of go a bit more digital.
Okay.
We still want to keep the grassroots stuff going, but we wanted to be a bit more digital, give people platform to actually do more, other than just being an athlete, but even coaches as well.
For sure.
So last year we did make quite a few coaches some money.
Okay.
And we found a space there for more coaches to get involved with people that actually need that, especially internationals as well. So we wanted to build a platform around that, and also, I don't know how, but we've been getting connected with a lot of sports creators as well. So how do we now help them? We've heard their problems, but how do we now help them? So our platform has always been around helping people, which is why I see your platform as well, helping people to get to the next level in any way, shape or form. Yeah, basically. So my next question would be around a reverse. Do you have a question for me?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'd say, given your background and your NBA, your basketball and NBA background and all that stuff, what advice? How long you been doing this for?
This year, June, year 4.
Okay. What advice could you give to myself that you've learned in the basketball field that maybe could transfer to the American football field?
Not everyone is gonna be with you for the whole journey. Okay. There's some people that are going to come off the journey over time, but you have to kind of stick to it as the leader. Keep riding that train forward. And I think that's something that I learned, because a lot of the stuff I did myself for a very long time, all our social media posts, everything, all the events, a lot of it was me. Obviously, I had support and help as well, but over time, it was someone different. My main focus has always been to help people anywhere I can through sports. But sports is not the end goal. It's changing lives and impacting the world through sports is the main thing.
100%. I got one more.
Yeah.
When you're 70 years old and you're kicking back in Miami, wherever you live, when you look back and you see the state of UK basketball, I just use that for example, what part would you have liked to have played in that, and where do you see it going?
Investing into the sport a lot more. Everyone's always waiting for the government or waiting for people to do the investment, but I actually want to create the investment into the sport. And that's something I've always been wanting to do from day one. I'm not waiting for the Mayor of London and the NBA to put 10 million into the basketball like they are now. I want to raise that 10 million plus in my own way, whether it's building businesses that would actually feed in back into the sport as well. So if all said and done, I want to be the biggest investor into basketball globally.
Amazing.
Not just in the UK but globally as well. So yeah, that's me.
Exciting times.
Cool.
Exciting times.
Okay, right, I've got my last question. Start, bench, trade.
Oh, go on.
Quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. Are they all in their prime or 2026 quarterbacks?
All in their prime.
Okay, all in their prime. Okay.
Wait, let me get a good list.
Get a nice list.
I need to get a good list. I need to get a good list. Before we finish NFL. I can't just put anyone there. I can't just put my favorites. So
nah, I hear you.
Yeah, I can't put my favorites. So Aaron Rodgers is my number one, by the way. Just let you know.
That's your guy.
Yeah, that's my guy. Fine. That's my guy. Okay, cool. I've got a good one. Okay, so we say Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
I'm not gonna put like the GOATs though.
Okay, fine.
Aaron Rodgers. Who else did I say? Think. Okay, let me put current ones because people will know. Mark Stafford.
Matt Stafford, yeah.
Prescott.
Yeah.
I want to put this guy's name in there, but I'm not sure.
Go for it, man.
Russell Wilson.
Oh, okay. All in their prime, though.
Yeah.
We are gonna start Matt Stafford. We are going to. There's Matt Stafford, Russ, and Dak. We're gonna trade Dak.
Yeah.
And we are gonna bench Russ. And yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Matt Stafford's still doing it, man. Shout out Matt Stafford.
Okay. Let me try another one now. Let me try another one now. Let me try another one now. Okay, let me put the legends. Okay, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady.
Okay, this is easy for me.
Okay.
I'm going to start Tom Brady because he's a winner. He's the best. Yeah. It's all about winning. And I'm going to bench. I'm going to bench Peyton Manning. I'm going to trade Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peyton was doing some crazy stuff,
Yeah, he
man.
was, though.
I remember the season, I think it was 2014.
Yeah.
Or 2015, whatever. He had come off a surgery with his neck, like his fingers and stuff were numb.
Damn.
Like he couldn't even throw properly. Guy threw for like 50 touchdowns. And he just broke so many records. And
champions,
man. Like, watching him for the Colts and then watching him at the Broncos as well. It's definitely a goal.
Amazing. But yeah, Coach, it's been an amazing time.
Pleasure.
Have a conversation with you. We're definitely going to do this again.
I'm down. I'm ready,
definitely going to do this again. Hopefully this next time I actually want to come to your space and actually have a conversation with you whilst you're doing your thing.
For sure.
But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Make sure you do subscribe and comment. Let us know what you think about this episode and how we can keep improving. But we appreciate your time. And this is Coach David. Take care. Peace.